We are finished. They are finished. We are gonna go home. Okay. Here we go. I locked the door of my car so that it won't open while I'm driving. Okay. Yeah, I should wear my sunglasses, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Whoa, it's so bright. It's so bright. It blocks my vision. It blocks my vision. Okay, anyway. Well, I bought a new windshield sunshade on Amazon today. And it looks like very interesting. And I'm using mine, this one, to cover the windshield. And it's made of aluminum, I guess. It's like a reflexive plate or cover. And but when I was searching for the net today, I was not actually looking for that kind on Amazon today. I was actually looking for any curtains or covers that I can place on the windows of my car, back seat. And so that my dog, especially one of my dogs named Girl, which always barks at other dogs, he's always looking outside, and every time he finds other dogs, he barks, right? It's so annoying. So in order for him to not be able to see outside very clearly, I thought that I could buy a curtain or, I don't know, wind cover. And I was looking for one on Amazon, and I chose the cheapest one. There are two of them, okay? Two of them, and it's a little over 1,000 yen, which was the most economical one. And I looked at the review, and most people were happy about it. So I decided to get that one. And it's just a black net. It's very light and thin, I guess. It's made of, I don't know, polyester. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's not cotton, I guess. It's I don't know. It's not cotton, okay. It's black, and it looks like net, very fine net. And it has some magnet on the edge around it, so that we can place the cover. Because it's magnet, I can just put it at the side of frame of the window, because it's still magnet can work. I think so. And so it's easy to place, and it's easy to take off. And by using this, I think that there's some shades. And it blocks my dog's vision, I guess, to some extent. I really hope so. And I bought it. And when I was looking for it, I happened to find the windshield cover. To use it to shield the sunlight, especially during summer. And it's made of, some some material, okay, and it looks like a human, people's umbrella. You can open it and you can fold it. It looks like a strange shaped umbrella. When we use umbrella, it's round, right? But since the window shield is not round, the shape of it is also like square, so that it can fit in the windshield, so that it can cover the entire shield. And so it's very interesting, and that was totally new to me, and it got my attention and the interest, and the cost of it was not very high, so I decided to buy one for myself, for my car. And both of the things, I mean the curtains for the window and the sunshade for the windshield, are coming to our house tomorrow, the next day, tomorrow, and I can't wait to use them. So, anything else? Did I buy anything else? Yeah, I've been buying more and more Kindle books. Maybe buying physical books would be better for me, because after reading them, I could sell them, right? So it could be more economical, but when it comes to foreign books, paperbacks and paper books could be much more expensive than Kindle books. So I always end up buying books on Kindle. Anyway, Kindle books are easy to use for me, because I can underline every time I encounter or I come across any good sentences to remember. So it's very useful. And when the book is, when it comes to paperbacks or usual books, letters can be much smaller, and I have a hard time reading small letters now. Without my reading glasses, I can't read. I can't concentrate on reading, and I'm using magnifying glass actually. They look like not the usual pair of, but they look like huge glass without the rim, okay? But actually, when I use this, I can, letters are bigger. I can see all those letters bigger, easier to read. So I love them, and it's not very expensive. They are not expensive. They are like around 2,000 yen or so, but it's made of plastic, and it's cheap plastic, so it's easy to get. They are easy to get scars and damages. So my first one had a lot of small scratches and scars on the lens, so I had to buy the new pair, and I bought them about 4 or 5 months ago, and I tried to take good care of them. I took not good, but much better care. Take good care of, right? Take good care. I take much better care of them now, so that I won't touch the lens. Okay, I always hold the frame. Is it okay? Frame or I don't know, this section, I mean this side section, I never touch the surface of the lens, so that I won't give any scars and scratches, nasty ones. I have this cloth, very good one, to use to wipe like musical instruments like guitars, and it's very good. It's excellent. When I wipe my glasses with this cloth, all the dirty parts are gone. Like, I don't know, it's like magic. And I use the cloth to wipe off the lens of my magnifying glasses. And this is not the one, this is just sunglasses, okay. This is just a pair of sunglasses. Okay, anyway, and I've been buying more and more Kindle books these days, and now I'm reading 3 or 4 books at the same time. For a change, I start reading this book, the first book, and then about 40 minutes or so, for a change, I choose the second one, and for the next 40 minutes or so, I read it, and I take a break, and next time I start reading the third book. And they are all different, so they won't get me bored. It's good. It's a very efficient way of reading books, and it's fun. And I don't care about the speed of reading, how fast I can read one book. I don't care about that, because the most important thing is to enjoy the books, what those books say. And I always try to appreciate what I can read as much as possible, and because the main purpose of my 3-hour daily reading practice or routine is to improve my understanding of English, so that I can make my passive knowledge. But before that, I want to have my passive knowledge, information, and then I want to make my passive knowledge active by reading a lot. Every time I read the same book, the author uses the same expressions, same words, same phrases over and over again. So even though I try not to memorize them, all of them, by reading all those sentences and words and expressions, every time I encounter them, I will pick up some of them naturally, and it's the key. I mean, okay, getting them naturally is the key. It's sometimes I have to do things intentionally and consciously, but other times my brain, or your brain, everybody's brain, can get the information unconsciously, right? And make it work unconsciously. So that's what my reading practice is all about. I want to expose myself to a lot of English, a lot of expressions. And even though I try not to get all of them into my head, but my brain can do its work for me. When it's ready, it's very important. When my brain is not ready for the expression, no matter how hard I try, my brain can't memorize it. Or that phrase or that word cannot ingrain in my brain or internalize in my brain. So I just feel relaxed and let it happen. And all I always want to do is to just concentrate on reading. I try to pay attention to the meaning of each sentence, each paragraph. But funny thing is that I always try to read sentences aloud, not silently, but aloud when I'm reading books. And this makes my reading speed slow, so I cannot read lots of books than I would if I read them silently. But this is not the most important point. But funny thing is that even though I read sentences aloud, I sometimes get absent-minded, and I'm totally oblivious to what I have read. Okay, but actually I read them aloud. I was reading them aloud, but I noticed that I was totally oblivious to all those sentences, and I didn't understand what they mean. Okay, but I can read them aloud, okay, with my absent-minded. So what my brain does, or what brain does, is very, I don't think so. I don't think I should go. Oh my goodness, already? I should have gone much faster. The car behind me must be angry. The driver of that car behind me must be angry because I should have gone. But it was still green. The signal was still green, but the signal for the pedestrian people, okay, walkers, are already red. So I thought that the signal for the cars would change very soon, but there was actually a much longer interval between the green light and the yellow light. So the signal didn't actually change to yellow as quickly as I thought it would. And so that was the cause of me trying to stop, because I thought that the signal would change very soon, but it didn't. It was longer than I expected, so that was confusing. It could happen, but when you drive, it's important to expect what will happen next, right? This is what we learn when we learn how to drive at the school, right? I thought so. I think so. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Reading for 3 hours is not something unusual to me now. It's becoming pretty normal. I'm not used to be a bookworm. Worm, is it okay? Worm or anything. I thought that reading was quite boring, but it's not. Now I read books. ちょっと待って。Again. No. Not again. This time, okay. There's still the same car behind me, and I was about to stop, hoping that the signal for the cars would change much more quickly than it was the last time. Okay, and so I thought, not again. and I was happy that the signal changed just after the signal for the pedestrians changed, so it was okay. But if another thing had happened to me and to the car behind me, the driver of the car would have gotten angry. I'm not really sure if the driver of the car behind me was actually angry at me, because I can't see the driver from here. Okay, but well, anyway, yeah, in the morning I spend 3 or 4 hours on my reading. Okay, I take a break every 60 minutes or so, so it would take longer than 3 hours. I mean, my daily 3-hour reading routine would take longer than 3 hours because of some breaks I take in between. But I'm totally used to reading as long as for 3 hours, and it's good for me. I can read more and more books to learn English and to get information about something that I'm interested in. And I bought a new book today on Kindle today, and it was published by this very popular psychologist, and she's also a very famous TikToker. That was new to me. She was new to me though. Okay, and I checked her YouTube channel, and she is from Britain. Oh, can I go? She's from Britain, but I'm not good at British English. I mean, the pronunciation. I always listen to American English. I'm used to listening to American English, but not. I'm not used to catching Australian or British English. But in her books, her English is very simple and easy to understand, and so I decided to buy the book after reading the trial book. Okay, they give us the opportunity to read a little bit of the book, right? I forgot how to say it, but okay, I checked the book, the content, and what English is like, and I decided to buy the book because it was easy to understand. It was written in very good English, and when I checked her YouTube video, she was speaking English with a British accent, and it was difficult for me. It was more difficult for me to catch her English than to understand what she wants to say in written English. So, for me, reading her book is a great opportunity for me to understand what the book says. And it's like very I can't say it. It's about making yourself a better person. Okay, how to solve your problems, and mindfulness, and I can't explain it now, but it's very motivational. And anyway, it's easy to read, so I love it. Okay, and I just started reading it, so I don't know what it is all about now, but I love it so much. Okay, and now, okay, it's been 10 days since I started my 3-hour reading routine, and on the 10th day I realized that, for one, okay, I have two things that I noticed until today. Okay, change. Okay, one, I got used to. Totally, I'm used to now reading English for as long as 3 hours. And second, one of the book, I had difficulty understanding one of the books. Because it's about I forgot the title, but it's about attachment disorder or something like that. Okay, and how the sentences are constructed are a bit confusing for me to understand by just reading them once. Okay, like it has a big subject. Okay, it has a big subject. When it comes to how each sentence is constructed, okay, a subject comes first, right? And it's a very big subject. So understand it as I read it is quite difficult, but I've done this practice routine for the last 10 days, right? And today I suddenly felt that it got easier somehow. That's probably because I got used to reading the book. How the sentences are constructed, I guess. It's a good sign, I guess. I think it's good. And maybe I can improve. I was able to improve, or my reading comprehension has improved to some extent, I guess. Okay, I hope so. Okay, anyway, I'm now in front of my house. Okay, we are going back home now. I'm sorry for my hairstyle today. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Peace out. Bye bye.